If you're watching this, type watching in the comments. Type watching in the comments. We've got a whole new setup here. Jeff here. So excited. Hey, I wrote this today and I want to read it to you. I wrote it on our Sphere Substack. Anyone can change if they truly want to. And your change doesn't have to be inspired by misery, fear, or some kind of immense pain. A segment of your life doesn't have to be completely broken. You don't have to bottom out, hit rock bottom to decide that you want to change, that you want to transform, that you want something big, better, more beautiful in your life. And of course, though, pain can, in fact, often does inspire growth. And many of you know my story that 18 months ago, I took my then 12-year-old son, Gabriel, fishing, and we had to walk 300 yards over some very small rocks. And by the time I got there, I was red-faced, out of breath, and I sat on a rock and I literally thought I was going to have a coronary in the middle of nowhere. It's frightening. It's uncomfortable to be stuck with a child in the middle of nowhere, wondering if this is it. This is how your life ends. And the following day, I drove to the gym closest to my house and I hired the very first personal trainer, Sam, that I met, and I made a big choice. This could not be my future. And for many people, those rock bottom moments are transformational. It could be bankruptcy, being broke, a divorce, getting fired, a massive health scare, a relationship breakdown, getting rejected, getting some kind of natural disaster. Anything like that can and often will force you to think about your life and think about the change that you want. Think about the human being that you really know inside of yourself that you are, that you're letting down. And any tough moment is an invitation to transform and grow. If you see me looking down, I'm reading this. I wrote this today. But there are other moments also, stronger choices, even more powerful motivating forces than the dark night of the soul, those having a coronary on a rock type of experiences. And you and I, we shouldn't rely on failure and bottoming out and going broke or really struggling as a primary source of motivation, because we'll only grow as high as that imaginary ceiling and we'll keep banging our heads. We'll only see so much success, because if you rely on pain to grow, then you require more pain to keep on growing, and you get stuck in this roller coaster cycle of pain, avoid pain, avoid pain, avoid pain, and you stay stuck just with really how much success that you can tolerate. And we don't want to require shit to grow. We don't want to have terrible circumstances and bad things happen to us for us to grow. We want to grow for other reasons, and I think we can do better, and we can create a world of perpetual growth inside of ourselves and around ourselves. And that's the exciting good news that I'm wanting to share with you today. Again, if you're watching this like watching here, then more people will see it. It's also why we've built our entire ecosystem around Sphere, and you'll see there's a thing on the wall with a strange little diagram on it. I'm going to talk to you about that, because what we're building is an internal and external transformation, a life where people are constantly stretching and growing and getting better and bolder and stronger and making more money and building deeper relationships and achieving more things and getting healthier and healthier. And the lie is that it's exhausting to always be stretching, to always be changing, to always be growing. But it's not. It's incredibly life-giving. It's incredibly satisfying. It's freeing to always be expanding, to find new goals, new challenges. It's brave new experiences that cause you and I to grow. And I think the converse is this, that I don't want you, if you're watching this, to die too early. And I mean that metaphorically. I don't want you to settle for a level of comfort, to settle for a level of success, to settle for a level of knowledge, right? we can get too comfortable on that couch when there's still far more to explore, so much more life to grab a hold of. And challenges are waiting for you and I, things to learn, to grow, to discover, and they've been put there for a reason. And you might think that I'm a little mad, a little crazy to want to keep growing. I want to be the fittest and strongest I've ever been in my life at 50 in 6 months. And I'm there. I'm getting there. What do I do when I get there? I set new challenges, new goals. I go after new things, more transformation, more life, more deep relationships, more adventure, more success. Not because I'm defined by success, but because transformation and growing and learning and discovering and adventure, that's who human beings really are at their core. And I have one life, and I reckon you do too. I don't know. There's a lot of mysterious things about the world, but let's make the most of the time that we've been given, right? Let's make the absolute best of every single second of every single day. And let's dedicate ourselves to keeping on growing and learning and developing. And I don't accept the notion that any human being was designed to be average. Every human being, if you're watching this, there's something remarkable about you. There's something unique about you. There's a way of thinking, of being, of acting, of serving, of giving, of exploring, of expressing yourself that is uniquely you. And for you to sit back, pull back, hold back, restrain that, and not give it to us through the social media channels, through your interactions in real life, through everything, then you are in some ways being selfish by not giving us your very best. And there's this thing in our world where there are systems which suppress people. There's a culture of telling people that's enough success, sit down, shut up, be happy, be content. I'm not sure that's what we want. There's like almost sometimes, and I wrote about this, so I look down, like a dark apathy around, which is like I'm just one of 8 billion people, and human history has been going on for a while. I'm just a short breath in human history. I'm not really that important. I'm not that significant. No one will remember me years after I'm gone. So why don't I just do nothing? Right? I don't think that's acceptable. I believe that every human life is adding something, and you have a spark in you that will ignite and change and help other people. And it requires that we transform and say no to the comfort that will stop us from growing, to constantly be transforming and learning. And if these words are speaking to you, if you're going, yes, I'm bored. Yes, I'm stuck. Yes, I've reached a level of success, but I want more. I refuse to settle for just average. If this is speaking to you, then I really want you to know that we've built something for you, that I'm continuing to refine. And it's because you matter, because I matter. And you'll see behind me that diagram on the wall there. That is our sphere ecosystem. And we help people change internally by setting powerful 3 word goals. It's the same system that got me off that rock when I was having a coronary, or thought I was, and to being healthy. We have a whole system of setting goals, which is transformational. That's about internal change. And then we have a whole system of relationship building, of building a sphere of people around you that will dynamically change your business and will change you. And that's what we want to help you with, because you can rise only as far as the people who surround you. And we're building a community over there. I'm going to stick people's photos on it. We've already got a number of people in our community. I'm going to be sticking their photos on there because I want to build a wall that represents the people who are in our sphere ecosystem, who we are helping every single day. And within that ecosystem, we're going to provide 3 basic things that you need and every human being needs to grow. One, people need to be deeply known. If you think about your business in your community, you need to be deeply known, right? You need to be deeply known in your life. You need to be truly loved, and you need to be fully supported. And when people are put in an environment where they're known, loved, and supported, they can achieve remarkable things. And that support looks like equipping you and teaching you how to express yourself on social, how to build a following, how to build a brand, how to establish relationships offline where you have 20 co-creative partners in your community who are referring you and telling everybody about you. There's a lot of practical stuff involved in this, but I want to see you grow. And if these words resonate, I want to put your photo on our wall. And if they resonate with you, then you need to talk with me. And so message me. I'll put my link in the description of this video. Message me the word sphere, and I will give you a personal invitation to join our Sphere ecosystem. And I'll tell you how it all works. Obviously, you become part of our community, part of our program. We train you, we help you, we work with you, you partner with us. It's an amazing thing that has been built here. And I want you to live the biggest, boldest, best life ever. So message me the word sphere. I hope this makes sense. I'm so excited about what's happening here. You're going to see this wall be built out before your very eyes in this group. Stay tuned, stay connected. I want to see you live the very best life you can.